Good evening, good evening, good evening, all my friends here and around. Welcome to another edition of Urban Center Alive. I'm your host, Reggie Kearney, and I want to welcome you on this Monday evening to another edition of Urban Center Alive. Just to let you know, Urban Center Alive is a byproduct of Urban Sentinel magazine. We'll talk more about that towards the end. But I'd like to welcome to the show tonight Miss Linell Ellis, the designer. Okay, we're gonna talk about hooking you ladies up for the holidays with Linell Ellis, the designer. I featured Linell a while back in my magazine, Urban Sentinel, and really loved her story. So I said, why I got this since I got this platform, why don't bring Linell on to the show and let her tell us about what she's doing. So Linell, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing great. How are you?
Well, I'm doing fine. I can't complain.
Yeah, we can't complain.
Yeah. So, how things been going for you?
Things have been going really well,
Good.
Um, just excited about what's happening right now with Linell Ellis and
Mhm.
just happy to be here and living and breathing. So things have been going really well.
Okay. So you're a designer. What product? What type of product do you design?
So I am. I design handbags and accessories. Self-taught designer. Really just jumped right in and taught myself what I needed to know to satisfy the addiction I have with handbags and desire to start, my own business with my husband.
Mhm.
So yeah, I design handbags.
Okay. So, I want everyone to know that Coach and Louis Vuitton, they need to move out the way because Linnell Ellis is on the rise. She's going to move you guys out of first place and she's going to take over the market. So that's going to be a good thing, to be able to support you. So tell me, what made you become a manufacturer of purses? What got you, you said that you're a lover of bags, but what pushed you to say, look, I got Coach out here, I got Louis Vuitton, I got all these other companies out here making bags. Linell Ellis can design bags and sell them.
Well, it started years ago. Like I said, I say it jokingly, but I had a serious addiction to bags. And it was any kind of bag. Of course, I had a lot of designer luxury bags, but I would buy any kind of bag, a name brand bag, all the way to I would go to Target and say, isn't that bag cute? Or look at that canvas bag, or look at that tote
Mhm.
bag. And so um, I just was buying a lot of bags. And then one day my husband said, you should make your own bag. You keep bringing all these bags in here. And, there must be something you're looking for. So I said, yeah, and I had some sketching abilities and everything. So I thought, okay. And so we talked about it one night and said, we've been wanting to start our own business and start to create a legacy for our family. And
Mhm.
after that, it just took off.
Okay, okay. Yeah, man, I like what you said, start a legacy for your family. That's a good thing. And I think more of us, we have to start thinking about what we can do and what we can build for our families going into the future. With this pandemic, I think all of us have had to pivot into another direction. So that's a great thought that you and your husband would set something up, set your legacy up, and something that can continue on down through the years. So that's a great thing. So you say you're a sketcher. You have abilities to sketch. What? How do you come up with your designs? What gets you motivated to create and get your designs on pencil and paper?
So the designs are, first of all, I believe in a classic approach to design. So Linell Ellis bags are classic in style. They are an investment. So I design them so that they're not out of style next year. They are
Mhm.
bags that can last with, forever. So from an inspiration perspective, it could be a lot of things. Most of the bags are inspired by experiences that I have, which I'm assuming that a lot of women share some of these same experiences, whether it's travel. Last collection we had was really focused on trip to the Caribbean and just being there with this vibrant blue water and all the trees and friends and family, and the colors just stuck in my mind. So when I got back, I thought, okay, let me sort of incorporate that. And then all of the bags also are named after a woman in my family. So
Mhm.
whether it's great aunts, um, cousins. So when I look at the style of the bag, it reminds me of something about them. All except for my mom, I'm still waiting for the perfect bag to name
Mhm.
after her. So it's going to be like over the top, like awesome. So yeah.
Okay. Now, part of the process is getting your bags manufactured. So, how did you move about in that arena and finding a manufacturer that would manufacture your bags? And do you manufacture them here in the country, or did you have to go overseas to manufacture them?
Yeah. So, like I said, self-taught. So I had to teach myself the entire manufacturing life cycle. And
Mhm.
that included, how do I get the bags made? So I just started researching and researching, how does this happen? I believe in emulation. So I looked at a few designers that I knew that were self-taught, and I just started calling up factories saying,
Mhm.
hey, can you help me? How do I work with you to get the bags made? I had to find a pattern maker, someone who could make the patterns. So I had to do that. Now, I do create prototypes, and it could be out of anything from construction paper to muslin or some sort of fabric. I can sew enough to do that. But at the time, I had to search for a pattern maker, had to search for a factory that would work with me. And yes, two factories, we work with a couple of them, but all of the bags right now, the current collections, are made here in the US. I have factories on the West Coast and on the East Coast. And I love them as well because we've created, really good partnerships, small businesses. One is woman owned. So yeah, a
Okay.
lot of
Now,
crowd there.
okay. So, is that limit? Well, I wouldn't say a limit. Do you have to commit to so many purchases being made at any given time? Do they have a quality, a quota that you have to meet to get the best price? Because I know everything centers around cost, the cost of manufacturing an item before you can go to the retail cost. So, do you have to commit to so many purchases?
Absolutely. With any manufacturer, there are minimums that I have
Mhm.
to work with. But the key is, and I tell anyone willing to start a new business, it's all about relationships, building trust, so that when I say as a small business, I believe in small batches. One, because of cost, but two,
Mhm.
because of quality and sustainability. I really want to only produce what I know I'm going to be able to sell at that time. And it creates some level of exclusivity as well. But yes, there are
Mhm.
minimums.
Mhm.
And you have to just work with the manufacturers. A lot of people say, oh, why don't you go to China? Why don't you go to all these other places? But the cost may be cheaper, but the minimums are a lot higher. Um,
Mhm.
so I've just been blessed enough to find partners here in the US so that I'm contributing to the economy here. I'm supporting other small businesses and they're supporting me. And we just have an awesome relationship with them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's great. That is great. So okay, so you've gone through the manufacturing process. You have your purses. You've designed your purses. Now you got them manufactured, and now you got to sell them. Okay, so you just
Yeah.
don't want to make them bring them home and sell them in the basement. So how do you market and sell your purses to the general public?
Well, as an independent designer, independent brand, a lot of our stuff is done in house. So we develop our own marketing plans, and that includes, events. It includes, of course, social media and trying to create the relationship with our customers and what I call the Live Completely family, people that sort of follow the brand because they believe in the mission and the purpose behind it. So really trying to be authentic in how I talk to them. I think with small brands, it's important. It's really, really important to be authentic. And that really helps with marketing as well as partnering through philanthropy. So looking for ways to do that. I do utilize interns sometimes to help me, marketing interns,
Mhm.
as well as again, things just fall into place. I've been blessed to have marketing teams be willing to work with me and help me grow along the way. But for the most part, it's in house. You see things online, and sometimes that's me doing it.
Mhm.
Sometimes, it's Ellis or someone else. But
Right. Okay, I can understand that. I can understand that. So, have you been able to make any inroads with the major department stores in the area as far as getting them to sell, feature, and sell your product?
so we're not in any major department stores, and quite frankly, that's not the goal for us right now.
Okay.
We have been in multiple boutiques, both in the US and internationally, as well as online marketplaces. Right now, we're on Fashion Rooftop and some other online marketplaces. But our goal is really, if I'm going to spend time talking to our customer, talking to the Linell Ellis girl, I want a direct relationship with them. So I really want them to come to my boutique,
Hmm.
online to linellellis.com.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's really, really important. Not
Right.
to say that if, shout out, if, for or so someone, comes to me and says, hey, I want to, carry your bags, I would definitely entertain that. But I really want to make sure that we're in a good position to be successful with that particular model. Um,
Okay,
so
good.
wholesale, but primarily with boutiques. But I really would
Hmm.
like folks to come to our website so that
Right.
you can just be on this journey with us to live
Yeah.
complete.
Yes. 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 Have you ever thought about opening up a brick and mortar boutique for yourself? You know.
Yeah, in the beginning,
Mhm.
that was all the rage. I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna have my store and it's gonna be downtown. I'm gonna have two, one in DC and one in Baltimore because
Uh-huh.
of my, love for my background. And then as time went on, I realized that I can create an experience online. And then, quite frankly, the market right now is really making even major brick and mortar stores
Hmm.
reevaluate their business model and
Yeah.
sort of future of shopping. So I think we just so happen to luck up and be in that position already.
Hmm.
But I still keep it in the back of my mind because I know that women like to touch things and feel things, and I love to see people in person and get involved with that. But I really think we're able to use technology to help us with that right now.
Yeah. Yes. Technology is, hey, it's the wave of the future. A lot
Yep.
of a lot of business is going to take place on the internet. That's going forward. Just because I think the pandemic has made people focus more on technology as far as running their business on a day-to-day basis. Um, Now, let me ask you another question. Have you thought about going on Shark Tank?
No, I have not. People ask me that all the time.
Uh-huh.
Being a business person, I also try to put myself in on the other side of that
Hmm.
equation for Shark Tank. And one of the things that we focus on, I sell bags and I make bags,
Hmm.
but really the brand is about live completely.
Hmm.
And so that's what we're selling. That's what we're trying to encourage women to join us on this journey to really just slow down, enjoy life, create moments and experiences that are sort of etched in your mind and your heart forever, whether it's going to dinner with your loved ones whether it's traveling, whether it's spending time with your girlfriend or cuddling with your children, making the perfect dinner. A lot of people that follow me know I love to cook.
Hmm.
So, that brings me joy and happiness. Those are the things that create luxury. That is true luxury. It's
Hmm.
life's experiences. So being able to articulate that for Shark Tank, and they really want
Hmm.
tangible things, um,
Right.
sometimes I shy away from that.
Uh-huh.
And we've just been lucky enough to consistently and sometimes slowly grow our brand, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, good, good. So Nick Helms, Nick King Woo Ellis has a question. He says, or he's asking, have you considered making men's bags or will you make a custom men's bag?
Yes, we are considering making men's bags, a men's line, Ellis by Linell Ellis,
Hmm.
and we're working on that. But I have coming from the corporate world. My focus is to make sure that what we do now we do well, and that we have a strong foundation. But we have some prototypes. We have stop kit prototypes. We have duffel bags that we are working on now. Ellis is he's the sort of quality guy looking at all of that. So
Hmm.
really soon, because
Good.
again,
But
it's
uh but it's awesome that you and your husband are doing this thing together. I think that's real. That's great. That's great. That's awesome. That is very. We need a lot of that right now. We need a lot of that. So that's good.
yeah,
So how are you gearing up for the holidays? Okay, Christmas is coming around, and I'm gonna tell you, I'll be honest with you. I haven't stepped foot in the mall. Haven't been in Macy's, Nordstrom. I haven't been in none of those places. I just refuse to go. Okay, maybe I'm a little scared. I'm gonna get the virus. Okay, but I just refuse to go. So how are you gearing up for the holidays? So you can make sure that men like me can be sure to get our wives or our significant other something for Christmas that might come from the Linell Ellis.
yes. So we are focusing on holiday, of course, right now, preparing for that. A lot of people know my birthday's coming. I usually have one of the largest sales I have um, in December around my birthday. And then that takes us right into the December holiday, although we'll start in November. So we are preparing. We just recently released new colorways for one of our popular totes. And I'm really excited about that because that is the introduction of finally Italian leather for all of our bags. I've been working really hard on quality and really getting good at my craft and creating really good, luxurious bags. And my goal was always to eventually have Italian leather. And so that tote bag is our entry into that. So we've introduced new colorways for that, and that'll be offered in the fall. We also have a new Florence envelope clutch with Python that will be introduced in the fall. And then, sorry, for holiday. Sorry, my seasons run together. Um, and then also, if you follow me on social media, I've been teasing for some new styles finally. I know our customers and followers have been waiting for that. And so those will be going into pre-order as well. So, and accessories, every year for
Mhm.
holiday, I come out with mugs or different smaller accessories for stocking stuffers and other holiday gifts. So, yep, if you sign up for our email list, you'll be the first to know when that comes out, and then also be given specific sales for VIP for that.
Mhm.
So you
So
can
one of
find
your
it at LinellEllis.com.
potential customers, Tony, is typing on the other side of me. I'm loving this Joyce Bucket Bag. And when
Yes,
you
Joyce. Joyce was
Mhm.
last season and coming into this season. Joyce, for some reason, just took off. That
Mhm.
bucket bag was one of the most popular styles that we had. And I think part of it is because the black Joyce Bucket Bag was featured in several movies. One, it was in Bad Moms, and it was in Bad Moms 2 Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gotten a lot of popularity there. And I think also just the style. It's a little different than your traditional bucket bag. And
Mm-hmm.
that's because rather than having a round base, it has a sort of rectangular base so that it is structured to hold more things because we women like to put a lot of stuff in our bags. So yeah, I'm really proud of that bag, and it's been very, very popular. A lot of colors have sold out. We've had to restock um, that bag several times over the last season.
Okay, good, good. So, how do you go about picking out the fabric, the leather that you're going to use? And I think you just mentioned that you all will be using Italian leather in future purses and bags. So, how do you go about, identifying the fabric that you want to use in a particular purse?
Yeah, that's like my favorite part. So, sourcing the leather and the material, the hardware of the bag. So, we really start out by looking at the style of the bag, the type of leather. You know, in previous seasons, long ago, we've had anything from calfskin to lambskin. Our signature bag is a lambskin right now. It's painted and embossed lambskin. It's the novelty print, Florence. That bag is has just been awesome over the years. So I really I work with U.S. tanneries until now. I work with an Italian tannery
Mm-hmm.
and go off of. I don't think I'm trendy. I try very hard not to be, but I do follow trends. So I know, that I need to offer women colorways that are both staple colors as well as exciting and colors that are in trend with the clothing that they're purchasing. So I work through a lot of trends,
Mm-hmm.
decide what colors based on our mood boards and inspiration. And then I source. I source all the leather, I source the lining, all the hardware, including our turtle logo, which shows
Mm-hmm.
up on several bags. Um, yep, I source all of that.
Okay, good, good, good. Tony's supposed to be watching the board and everything, but I tell you, she's on your website right now looking at bags. Okay. So, what are your short term goals or long term goals going into the future as far as your company is concerned?
So, short term goals really are to continue to be consistent and authentic in our messaging and really inspire as many women as I can to live completely and join us on this journey and share that journey with others. And of course, wear Linell Ellis bag when you're doing that. So, really focusing on that, continuing to expand the brand so that more people find out about us. So
Mm-hmm.
we've been really focused on that. And I appreciate everyone who's been, telling the story of Linell Ellis and sort of letting people in on the secret of good quality bags. Um, so that's the short term. We are focusing on sales and getting through holiday. And moving forward, long term, it's to continue to build the brand, add different things like men's and additional accessories. And then also, one of the goals that I have as well is to begin being the face of the brand a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
People want to hear more about the Live Completely journey. So, my goal is to get out and talk more to women about that in and of itself.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you, inspiration to business owners, small business owners, and I'm pretty sure there are some ladies on tonight that you have, probably touched them and given them some information and to carry on with their dreams, okay? Because, like I said earlier, with this pandemic, I think a lot of people are looking to pivot into something that can support them and sustain them And so when they hearing your story, it's a story that can motivate them, and it's an inspirational story. Because, like I said, who knew in this area there was a black female bag designer? Okay, I didn't know anything about you till the story was given to me by one of my writers for the magazine. So I
Yeah.
mean, we got talent all around us. We never know about it until we're presented with that. The opportunity to print something about that talent. So I mean, that's a great thing. So I think
Thank
you can be very for our young ladies coming up, for our young girls that are in school now, in college, trying to figure out, what to do, So, have you ever thought about, maybe every once in a while doing a online seminar on how to get in business and how to run your business?
Yes. So, well, one, I believe in mentorship. I believe, to much is given, much is required. So, I mentor several ladies who are starting their business, as well as young college ladies. And I'm so proud of them. One has started her own skincare line, another's she has started an event planning business, and I'm just so happy for them. Another
Mhm.
does sort of coaching, so I do believe in that. I have had a few Facebook Live sessions where not only do I show the bag, but I also talk about starting business and what it takes. But yeah, I mean, if anyone would love to have me come and talk, I'd love to do that.
Mhm.
I have a spirit of service. I know that I've been blessed beyond measure, and I'm required to share what I know. I want our young people specifically to know that anything is possible. Whatever
Mhm.
they want to do, they can do. Whatever business it is. I have an 11-year-old, and every month he comes to me, oh, I'm going to sell T-shirts. Oh, I'm going to, open my own YouTube store. Oh, whatever it is
Yeah.
he wants to do. And we
Mhm.
really encourage that. I
Mhm.
really believe that that's important.
Yeah.
So
Well, you have an open door here at Urban Sentinel. If you come across young ladies or anyone, it doesn't have to be a young lady, it can be a young man, someone who's trying to, it has a story to tell, and they need a little push. Hey, I'm glad to give them that opportunity, give them that push through my media company. Just to move them along. So you got an open door here,
okay,
Linell.
well, I am grateful
So,
for that, and I'm
yeah,
sure they will be too. I think
yeah.
the most important thing is that learn your craft, be good at what you do, and just don't give up and help someone
Mhm.
else.
Right. And then, I was sitting here thinking while you were talking, I said, in either my March or April edition of the magazine, we might have to do a bag spread for you, you get
Okay.
all your different bags for the holidays. I mean, for the holidays, for the spring and summer coming up, just to feature and everything. I know Tony's
Yes.
right there. So
Yeah.
that might be something good, but we'll talk more about that down the road. Now, as a black-owned business, this is the final question. As a black-owned business, how has support been for you from our community? You know.
I'd say that support from our community has been great. It really
Great.
has.
Good. Good. Good.
When I first started, for some reason, I did really well internationally,
Hmm.
and in European countries, and that sort of got me started. But then I needed to sort of take ownership and get out there and talk to my folks. And once
Hmm.
I started doing that, the support has been great, whether that is purchasing a bag or sharing that they know
Hmm.
about Linell Ellis or giving me feedback or whatever it is. But I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the support that I've gotten from my folks.
Great. Great. I tell you, I have really enjoyed spending these last 30 minutes with you
Yeah.
today. It's like I said, I never knew that in our area there was a black handbag designer living amongst us. So that's a great thing. So I really appreciate the fact that you were able to take time out from your busy schedule to sit down with me and to talk about what you're doing. Talk about what you're doing. This is what this show is all about. Just highlighting people and what they're doing. So I appreciate. So to the viewers and listeners, we've had a sit down conversation with Linell Ellis, the designer, tonight. And I want everyone to go to her website and look at what she has. The holidays are coming up, and purchase something from her, please. We have to support our Black-owned businesses, okay? So please go to www.linellellis.com and give her some support. Now, on the flip side of it, like I said, Urban Sentinel Live is a byproduct of Urban Sentinel Magazine. So please support me. You can go to my website. There's a link there on the website, www.urbansentinel.com for the magazine Urban Sentinel. I also have a landing page for Urban Sentinel Magazine, www.urbansentinelmagazine. We have some great articles in there, and I'll be honest with you, I'm trying to become the next Jet or Ebony Magazine. Okay, I'm gonna be up.
Right.
I'm gonna toot my own horn, toot toot. So
Yeah,
please,
that's right.
so please give me that support. I really appreciate it. I appreciate my listeners for tuning in tonight to listen to the conversation with Linell Ellis, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, Tony, since you snuck back on, what you got, Tony?
OMG. So, ladies, I don't normally do this. I really don't. I usually leave Reggie alone to do his show. But when I looked at Miss Ellis's website, I already got 3. I'm ready to do 3. So, ladies, quality, and beautiful bags. I mean, really beautiful bags. So I'm telling you, support this sister here. She's doing her thing. And you guys know I don't buy garbage. Okay. I don't do garbage. So you gotta go to her website at www.linellellis.com. Check her out. She's doing her thing. So I had to do that. Now I'm out.
Thank you so much.
So now for the listeners who like the tougher side and like to hear the hard stuff, on the show, another show that I host, Real World News TV, tomorrow night with Sharon Tappett, we're going to be talking about the election results. Okay, that's all we're going to do tomorrow night. So we're going to have vote. That's right. Vote. Please, if you haven't gone out and vote, please tomorrow get up and vote. Maryland has same day registration, so you don't have no excuse for not voting. So tomorrow night on Real World News TV, we're going to Sharon and we're going to discuss the election results for about an hour. I'm going to have my bottle of champagne with me, and I'm probably drinking champagne all week long. But again, my friends, this has been a great night to be able to sit down and talk with the next. The person who's going to run Coach out of business, they're going to run Louis Vuitton out of business, okay? Linell Ellis, okay? We know that her company is going to do great things, and we're looking forward to the great things that she'll be doing in the future as a designer of bags. I just can't wait till the stuff comes out for me, because I know she's going to have some great stuff. So everyone, please have a good rest of your week. Go out and vote. Maryland has same day registration. Let's get it done. Let's make some changes in Washington. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you again next Monday night at 8:30 on Urban Sentinel Live. Take care, everyone. Be blessed.